Week 7 had us in Conner Brook, Newfoundland. This is Red Bay, Labrador, and Nanatarik, Greenland. Upon arriving in this country, we saw a land that was cold and covered with clouds. It looked like the most important job in this community was that of the gravedigger. I did find some art. So this hard land does have artists like those who created the birds and what they do for a living, and even contemporary art. Cars were few and far between, but the people were very open and friendly. Further on into these lands, we came to these majestic waterfalls. They reminded me of a smaller version of Niagara Falls, but it was pretty imposing. There were no fences around to protect people like in the United States. I did find some art, but I'm not sure what to say about it. I guess living in a tough country, you come up with new images that you think might speak about where you live. I found it interesting the mediums they would use, from matchboxes to dead birds making social and political comments. Another town was surrounded by dozens of waterfalls like this one. Pretty amazing. And to top it off, here were children playing in the water being fed by a glacier and no parents around. For architecture, the Blue Church, inside and out. This was a hidden gem hiding in somebody's backyard. The best design yet.
The next place we came to had to be my favorite. Finding grass growing on the roofs was pretty amazing. Artwork abounded throughout the city, and I discovered an amazing museum. All the artists in this museum came from this country. Samuel Johnson Minkins, an artist of this country, shows the work, the countryside, and religious imagery in his work. Very much influenced by Edward Munch. Artist Ingvar R. Rooney, Under the Dark Sun and Stormy Stars. This looks like a southwestern painting, but it isn't. Artist Arthur Wegener, just a landscape, but very pointillistic. This one was very interesting, by Sigrun Grunderstrot. You see the flower, then people with a donkey, and then the 3 crosses. And finally, the overall painting. The Bethlehem Journey. These final 2 paintings depict what the people of this country are very familiar with. I got to meet a contemporary artist as he was setting up a show. Here are a couple of his pieces from it. I was surprised how much I really enjoyed this country and all that it had to offer. Pretty amazing, very enjoyable. So, where do you think I was this past week?